And I'm going to start with this first one in the top left-hand box around communication. Communication is vital. Management accounting has to begin and end with conversations, because if you don't understand what your customer needs, if you don't understand the decision that the business is trying to take, you're just not going to be able to have any kind of influence. It has to begin with communication. And in that first principle, there are three really important words: communicate, insight, and influence. You're communicating with people the insight that you've derived from being this great technical, business savvy finance business partner, and so you can influence the decisions that they're taking on a day-to-day basis in organisations. So when we talk about communication, as management accountants, we probably think we communicate all the time because we're constantly producing reports. But reporting isn't communicating. Reporting is an activity, whereas communication is an outcome. Communication is about tailoring your style to the audience, tailoring your communication to the decision that needs to be made as well as to that decision taker, all the while thinking about the purpose of what you're trying to achieve. And that takes us to insight, this word that gets bandied around so often, but what do we really mean by it? Well, I quite like the quote on the left-hand side, which says that it's like a refrigerator. When you open the door, the light comes on. Insight gives you that light bulb moment, that eureka, aha, now I get it. Other people say that it's how you reach beneath the surface, outside of conventional boundaries, grasping the essence of what really must be done, of the decision that needs to be taken. Combines creative thinking, analysis, intensity, intuition, knowledge, data, and imagination. Words you don't often associate with accountants, but you really do need to. Accountants really need to be getting much better at all of these things. But where do you find insight? It's all very well good talking about it and saying, okay, oh, I understand what it is. Where do I get insight? You know, we live in a society where there is so much information. How do I extract insight from it? Well, Harvard Business Review did a blog recently, very useful, places to find insight, and they come up with 7 places that you can look for it. In Anomalies, examining deviations from the norm. In Confluence, where macro trends intersect one another, so you can look at where the lines cross, try and explore whether there's something going on there. Frustrations, pinpointing deficiencies in systems, understanding bottlenecks. Orthodoxies. This is about questioning orthodoxies, questioning conventional beliefs, not just accepting the status quo. Can you find insight if you disrupt it? Extremities, you can exploit deviance to find insight. You can go on voyages, learning from immersion elsewhere. And of course, analogies, borrowing from best practice in other industries or organisations that might have applicability to yours.